Good morning, friends. This morning we are talking about the first parable which Christ gave to his disciples from Matthew 13, verses 1 to 9, where Jesus talks about four kinds of soils. The first one is the wayside, where the birds of the air came and plucked the seeds. The second kind of ground is a stony ground, where there was a quick sprout but no depth, and eventually the plant dies. Then there is the third kind of soil where the seed fell amongst the thorns, and it did sprung up, and then the thorns choked later. And the last one is the good ground, which produced fruits 30-fold, 60-fold, and 100-fold. And Jesus ends this parable in verse 9 by saying, "Who has ears to hear, let him hear." This morning, my thoughts are regarding the way we hear. We hear or we read in the Bible of many prophets and psalmists who wrote in this manner that God, your word was found, and it was like honey in my mouth. And I would like to write something like that in my life. I would like to say that in my life at all times. But let me confess, there have been occasions in my life, many times, where I haven't experienced that kind of hunger for the word in my life. There are other things. Just this morning, my wife and I were speaking regarding my children, and she was expressing concern regarding many books which they find themselves interested in, and sometimes we sense the lack of interest in the Bible compared to the other books, and she was expressing that concern, and as I thought about that, I also thought about myself. And so many of us, we have had seasons of amazing richness in the word, and then also come seasons when we don't feel so excited or so hungry for the word, or maybe even if you read the word out of discipline, you don't seem to get much out of it. Or even regarding preaching, and you can have moments where God speaks to you every time you are sitting and hearing the word, and then there is another time when nothing much happens, and one of the things in this parable is talking about the stony ground, that the plant did come up. And the word there says it came forthwith. It came immediately. It came very fast. And I was wondering, is it possible, especially in the kind of world we live? We are in a quick result generation. We are in a now century. We want everything now. Press the button and get it. And sometimes in our relationship with God, that's how we can be. We want quick results in prayer. There are movements in Christianity with prosperity gospel that you pray by faith and you will have your healing and you will have your what you need right now. And this can be the way, but Jesus is talking here in this parable about the preparation of the heart. What are those things which can come up against the preparation of our heart? Number one, there is a lot of traffic. It's a walkway. It's Like we wake up with thoughts, multiple thoughts and concerns, and then the other one can be the sun, the suffering. What I need, my lust, is can become more important than receiving a living word from God. And the other one is concerns and cares. And these are the kind of things which clog our mind. And what it requires to for a Christian or for anybody who is seeking God to empty ourselves from such cares and thoughts and concerns, and the way to do it is to come to God, come to His Word, and take a pause. Take a pause. Take your cares to God. Speak to God. Say to Him that you desire His word. You desire. I prayed a prayer this morning and I said, God, I want this to happen in my life, that your word was found in my mouth and it was sweet like honey. And that's an amazing thing. Have a great day. God bless you.